making the Bernabeu a fortress as it always is, and being almighty and all-powerful against anybody that steps into this ground is the key for Lopetegui for continuing to push Barcelona in the La Liga title race.
Yes, and they have to avoid any slip-ups tonight. I mean, we know how.
As the teams come out into this cathedral of football in the capital of Spain, second place Real Madrid in the La Liga table can go top for at least 24 hours this evening if they can find a way to beat Espanyol, a side flying perhaps surprisingly high at the start of the La Liga campaign. But under a new boss, they have no sign of slowing down and being plucked from the skies just yet. VAR is in use this evening, as it is across La Liga all season. I hope we won't have to use it, but inevitably there's always a decision or two that needs to be checked. Goals, penalties, red card incidents, and incidents of mistaken identity. What VAR will be looking at this evening. Will Espanyol be able to kick into life in the Bernabeu for the first time in a long time?
Necessary from Real Madrid at this stage.
Benzema trying to drag it across goal.
Let's go. Just lack a little bit technique-wise there. Don't often say that. Quickly turned into a 4-5-1.
Ceballos sends it wide. Odriozola. Isco. Oh, it wasn't far wide. He didn't hit it cleanly. Not the best connection. He almost tested the keeper.
Enough every player in the attacking half of the pitch there for Real Madrid. Espanyol's all back behind the ball. And they eventually find space. He just shins it, doesn't he? I think he misses it initially with his right foot, and it comes off his left foot. And now it's straight through. Right foot finish.
Lovely step from Asensio. Combining well with Nacho, but Nacho looking to bounce all the way through here for Hernan Perez. Paraguayan trying to dink it in, and Ramos. Only a chance here on the counter attack. Perez squares it. Piatti! That's a really good chance. They won't get many like that this evening, that's for sure. Madrid falling asleep at the back.
Just as we're talking about Varane winning the Ballon d'Or, it just gives the ball away. And Perez and Piatti, those two important players that we're talking about, they combine. Courtois got his angle.
Cut out that by Varane. Free kick drifting into the box. Sergio Ramos encouraged to shoot, and he'll have a go at it. Get off the back of Benzema.
But that is what the style that Lopetegui wants. And everybody's enjoying it at the moment. Good results, good performances.
Needs to fling this one in. Too close to the keeper, and his name on the team sheet along with Modric. For Real Madrid. It's a lovely ball out wide and space on that far side too, but Madrid start to turn the screw once again, coming the other way. Isco fires it in. Benzema can't get to it. Modric has it now. Right into the danger zone. Ramos has stayed forward. Lovely back heel. Nacho. Forced through by Nacho. He's got down to the byline as well. Asensio couldn't get
in this season.
Well won by Isco. Here is Benzema. The Frenchman trying to lay it off, and able to turn and face goal. Casemiro. He's going to shoot. It's on it some way, shape or form. Towards him, but he couldn't find a way up in the aerial battle.
Corner.
It's a good ball in, and it was Varane, I think, who got a touch. Casemiro. They've actually got the final nod on it, just wide of the target either way. It was very crowded in that penalty area. A lot of pushing and pulling. Espanyol survived.
You see Varane and Casemiro both going for the ball, outnumbered by the Espanyol defenders. Casemiro, in fairness to him, probably sees it a little bit late, doesn't he? Just hopes from that range, just 7 yards out, if he gets firm contact to go up front. Modric playing wider at the midfield for.
There by Perez. He's found it back at his feet though. UK on Twitter, @11 Sports UK on Instagram as well. It's fired in from deep and
got their head pretty much to everything that's been delivered into the penalty area so far.
Once again, the left back Villa coming forward and room to shoot, but Porte as well. Villa's the man with him. Perez might go alone here. Fires it straight at Courtois. Villa, the left back. And a fantastic challenge from Casemiro. Another chance on the break for Espanyol. Another opportunity wasted.
Well, it's the best chance of the game. And Hernan Perez showed all the composure in the world until the finish. I think he was going to go outside of Ramos. He cuts inside, and then he has to be more precise in the finish to beat Courtois. Not good enough just to hit it, put your foot through it and hope for the best. To try and find it, a way of finding a corner. Midweek game away to Sevilla.
Oh, it's just off the head and wide by Nacho. Asensio trying to go from goal scorer to goal provider with that set piece. Nacho was close to it.
He just won that, but Nacho is the player that gets the touch. He was one of the players that was close to being offside.
Support on the overlap from Nacho. To pull it back, it might still fall for Benzema here. Modric, opportunity on the edge of the box, going to find Asensio. A little bit of luck, but it provides Real Madrid the opening goal of the game. Well, you can tell by the cheers around the Santiago Bernabeu that Asensio's goal is going to stand. He scores against the club he was sent out on loan to. And he gives Real Madrid the advantage just before half-time. A very tidy finish from the 22-year-old. Madrid have the breakthrough. We get the second half underway here on 11 Sports. Espanyol get us going in their traditional blue and white stripes, kicking from... Practice now comes on for Piatti. Just lying in wait, waiting to bounce on, jump on their prayers. Isco goes close, trying to curl it towards that far top corner.
We can tell how close it is because the reaction of Diego Lopez, who's trying his very best to try and reach this, to keep it out. He's got no idea whether that's going to find its way into the top corner. It is eventually just inches wide of the top corner from Isco.
Diaz, certainly somebody a lot of people here in the Bernabeu want to see as Nacho gets in behind, but there was nobody. It's a great turn by Ceballos. Modric able to get a shot off, and it's turned behind.
And it dinks it up over Courtois.
Well, it bounces all the way through, and Diego Lopez came and made a real hash of collecting that ball, got nowhere near it. Sergio Ramos, it seemed, just needed to stick out a boot.
They just switch off, don't they? And Real Madrid players make the run from deep. Quickly taken set piece. Horrible goalkeeping, in fact, from Diego Lopez. Don't let me see that.
Hanging ball to the far post. Threaded through. Still might fall for Benzema. Stacked away at the last second, and I think must be something in it. There's a mistake there by Sergio Ramos. Iglesias is in behind. Off the top of the crossbar. A real intake of breath from the home fans here in the Bernabeu, because Borja Iglesias was inches away from stripping away Real Madrid's advantage. A nervy, rocky moment for Sergio Ramos.
Well, he should focus the mind of Sergio Ramos, because the last...
Hernan Perez this evening, he's had some of the better chances for Espanyol as well, but he's not taken them. Big blow for Real Madrid. Took a deflection off the wall behind for a corner.
A better player would have hit that first time, wouldn't he, across?
Roca, he'll pull the trigger. Iglesias wants a shot off, but it's a tame one, really. Isco. Ramos moving into the box. Ramos with the header. Saved by Diego Lopez. It was a save that had to be made. He loves to come forward, Sergio Ramos, and he almost got his reward.
I'm glad he doesn't listen to me. It's thrilling to see him do it. As a manager, you'd want him to show that responsibility that you'd expect from a player with untold experience, but once he knocks it wide, once he dispossessed Victor Sanchez, he was on the march. So unlucky there with a header. Great goalkeeping again from Diego Lopez. Exciting play again from the Real Madrid.
Llorente straight at the keeper. That is the full-time whistle this Saturday evening in the capital of Spain. Real Madrid